Hi Virgos, if you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence. In the spirit of April, though timeless, if you want to take a screenshot. So you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Virgos, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Though inspired by April, it is timeless. Feel free to land here whenever you receive this message. I'm going to take a moment if you'd like to join me to release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Virgos, let's go. Bugs Bunny's coming right at me, right there. And I'm seeing a hippopotamus or a rhino, one of the two. Okay, so for those that are in like love land, I feel like romance could come charging at you really, really quickly. If you're open, it could be of a higher communication. Just keep an eye out for any like ghosts of your past that kind of creep in if there's some hesitancies. And I feel like this is being asked for me to reflect on. Like I'm not applying a hologram of a haunted relationship over top of this person, place, or thing preemptively. You know what I mean? I also see that they speak to the spirit of the sacral energy. If you're not necessarily looking for love, I'm in this space of self, and I feel very confident here. Yes, like the rhino or the hippo, I have a strong sense of self. And integrity. And it's as though my sacral energy or the spirit of the sacral energy is moving through some things. Not from the past necessarily of inner child, though if you resonate with that, but it's almost like I can see the sacral chakra, I don't know, say the age group is, 6 to 9 or something like that. And it comes back again in your 20s and maybe your 30s. Don't quote me, I don't know, but that's what it feels like. Or maybe just simply your willingness to draw attention now because it's a purple hippo. And you're willing to go back and kind of charge at whatever ghosts may kind of haunt you in that space and kind of dust out. Because even when I see the Bugs Bunny with a carrot, for whatever reason, that's how he comes through. I don't see a carrot, but the carrot's orange, and it's kind of like enjoying particular versions of the self. Yeah, and even in the romance land or etc., a strong companionship. It doesn't have to be romantic in the classical sense. It could just simply be a companionship that's caring. And something about purity. I'm also seeing a lion's tail. And this lion's tail... Okay, so I feel like actually this lion is kind of off to the side. I'm only seeing like its tail come out of what it could be a brawl. I don't know. It could be a brawl. I'm going to dig in a little bit more and maybe add some tarot and oracle to help clarify. Excuse me. And it's amongst the light and the dark. So perhaps the sacral is really inspiring this energy between the light and dark of your past to your present and your present to your future. And then like this haunted bunny here in between is, it's kind of like, the least the way it's feeling is they're trying to come to an understanding to coexist within the shell of this person that I am today, being a Virgo example. But it does feel a little brawly. There's also some Virgos that might have been through something more recently, including and up to the past, that I don't know if life was difficult. There were situations like fight for your life type situation, or your sovereignty of your soul, your creations, what you wanted for your life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it feels like deep stuff that people would potentially almost define themselves with, some prominent, we're here for Virgos, sorry if I didn't express that. So when I wander back into this lion's den, it's like I'm seeing them in a tumbleweed, you know, like in a cartoon when there's two things fighting and there's all this dust around it and I can just see the butts of the two animals. Primarily I see the lion's tail, and I admit I'm not sure what the other one is either. I'm also seeing what I think is like a wizard on a camel. What's on the bottom? Hair. How fantastic is that, Bugs Bunny? Hair. Also, I want to know, like, we were talking about, or at least I was talking about the sacral, and look at all that hair. There's like a crazy wisdom going on. Hair, Bugs Bunny, hair, your hair. Maybe you're looking to change your hair, color your hair in an effort to express some sort of sovereignty of the self or soul. Sovereignty is one way. The other rabbit hole I was asked to remind to say strength of sense of self, and to have fun expressing it. Something about ghosts of the past keep trying to come through. Like, you know how in the Bugs Bunny cartoon, is it Wile E. Coyote? I think it is. Or Elmer Fudd. No, I think it's Elmer Fudd. Anyway, so no matter how long you watch the cartoons, you can it's the same story over and over and over and over again. And maybe you've been in situations where you've had to prove your strength or serve your strength over and over and over again. But I feel like that's kind of coming to, I'm not going to say an end. It's almost like I can hear myself saying, I am strong and I'm willing to express softness now. Male or female, this, that, or the other. We have snow leopard and chameleon change. Don't worry about if they come in upside down. They came facing up, and hidden or unseen in the subcon realm was the beaver work. You've been doing this work. Also very orange in nature, like rust colors. I don't know if it's coming through, along with the hair. Could even be, if you're not landing in the sacral energy per se, vitamin C is coming through. Creative ideas. If you're trying to come up with ideas for work, perhaps reflecting back like retro style, like the retro cartoons, maybe digging back into the Rolodex of reality and of what's retro now. And what's that word when they do redo it anyway for now, for the present moment, because there's change in the watcher. There's change in this. Thank you. There's change in this cycle that I feel like when I was talking about what I believe is Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny in this cycle. It's like maybe you've been taking time, Virgos, to consider, contemplate, ponder. Is this cycle done? And you get to watch yourself from this higher perspective, from this fiercity, space of strength. It's like, well, how much stronger do you want to be? And are we always in the same area of strength? It's almost like I want to say, like, you've learned it, intellectually, intuitively, you probably know it as well, and you can imagine, but has it been integrated is the question that I kind of want to bring forward. And then I see Bugs Bunny, kind of like chewing on the carrot like a cigar, like, oh, I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. That was fun. Oh, we're going over there. Okay. I'm going to keep going here, Virgos. Thank you so much. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And gratitude for all those who have bought me a coffee or donated through PayPal. Your help keeps the ink flowing and intuition growing. We are here for Virgos. I'm seeing two children ghosts play patty cake. Patty cake. Baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast. Why are they children? I'm not sure if they actually are children, or I'm just seeing them as small and mislabeling them for simplicity of language sake. I'm going to dive into them a little bit more here, Virgos. Okay. We have here on the bottom, teamwork. Oh, that's very helpful. Okay, so thank you. Now I get it. So see how at the bottom here, there's all these orange flowers or whatnot. And I want to insert it like in here. So imagine this was like almost a mountain of sorts. And about midway, and then it meets up with the clouds. The patty cake is purity, innocence. I'm reclaiming, this is how it feels for me, in some way, shape, or form, personal, professional, platonic, romantic, all those channels, if you're new to me, are yours. I'm simply just picking out of the aura. I'm creatively, consciously, sacral spirit inspired, vitamins to rejuvenate, vitamin C to invigorate or reintegrate my purity and innocence. And there's this whole team here of the patty cake. I don't know if the lighting will allow it to come through. There it is, right here. And they're like sending it out. But see how they kind of sit on what could be dark or the shadow, but they're actually using it to their advantage, and they're transmuting it as need be and necessary through the Bugs Bunny nose, the pink nose. Okay, what did we have over here? Oh my goodness. Okay, so these came up, that came down. Thank you. Consciously, I have here direction, upheaval, and risk. There could be somebody also in speaking of all this, of bringing up the purity and innocence of oneself. I don't care if you're the most, I don't even know why I say it like that. But you know what I mean? Like you meet some of those people who are like, let's just say for simplicity's sake, like a businessman or business person. You're like, well, first of all, you probably aren't watching. So I guess we don't need to worry about their ego. But for simplicity's sake, say you're in a position in one aspect, professionally, this, that, or the other, and you're very distinguished, and it's like you're mitigating risks while taking a new direction. So maybe you're simply involved in some sort of brawl, justice, separation, or this is historical. Timelines are not my concern. And I'm looking to change the direction of this, right? With all that teamwork and trying to surrender to the strength, say, I'm strong enough. And also to remind myself, I am strong enough. So I'm going to breeze through this. If there's been any upheavals while going through this reflection time, and I'm like right in the Bugs Bunny shadow angels, like right in there, because I feel as though your purity team, spirit team, is helping to mitigate those risks with you, not for you, with you. Risk, they're alleviating that. What is unseen or unknown is dominance. Whether this is dominance that's been applied to you in the past, the lion brawl, or the rhino, somebody has tried to, rhino or hippo, maybe somebody has tried to apply dominance in any sort of relationship, personal or professional. And you're tired of it, but you put up with it. Why? But you're looking to change something in a new direction. But I really feel like even though these other things, other people, places, or things, they were expressions of it, you're like at the seed source of self. and understanding your strength of self. So now I'm also seeing these angel purity, innocence. They've turned around, and I don't mean like back to you. It's like they have this ability to swivel on the shadow, and they've swiveled, and I can see a Virgo, thank you, releasing something. Oh my goodness, fear. And see how the scarecrow's all like sacral orange and stuff? The patches of the shadow against it. It's very humbling, Virgos. I'm very humbled in the moment. And now the way I just saw it, thank you, dominance, new direction. I'm seeing the same ink transformed, that the rhino is now the Virgo energy. I'm assuming you're just shape-shifting accordingly to what best embodies and serves you. And you've become dominant in your dominion, not towards other people, places, or things. That's not the point. This is of being service to your own soul and self. And you've got what was the brawl and are carrying it to these beings that swivel on the shadow to say, like, I've done it. Help me release it, maybe. Does that feel? Yeah, that kind of makes me feel well. All right, we're going over there. All right, Virgos. While I'm giving this another shuffle, we have something fun, because yes, we are fun. Try to be fun. We're all serious about our spirituality, but we're fun. So ghost communicator, what's going to happen is, and it's just something fun to add a little other kind of dose. I'm going to put my thumb on here in the spirit of Virgo. We're here for Virgo. It has all these fun noises. It's fantastic. It's fun, delightful. It'll be done in a moment. And then slowly words will come up. And while I'm shuffling and carrying on, you can... Okay, Virgo. First time. Warning. Malevolent spirit detected. Close app and try again later. You've been dealing. This is the brawl. Thank you. We'll receive that and we're going to release it. You've been in a brawl. Somehow you're being past the present and you are changing it. Even if this is in regards to profession, somebody at work or your boss, this or that, or your coworkers, like somebody's just domineering, I feel like by going within quietly, not necessarily revealing your ideas so much, you might be able to, like that retro, like come out with an idea that kind of re-solidifies for one reason or another, whatever it is in your position that you're trying to gain. But also make sure you're not wasting your time with people that really can't be pleased. They're not on Team Virgo. The High Priestess is on the bottom. Male or female, earthly expression is not my concern, but it's with the hair. We have had a butt ton of swords come out here. I'm going to leave that there. This came up in the reverse. Okay. 7 of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing through some sort of domineering person. But I want to acknowledge that Virgos are not victims to anything. There's been a lesson, there's a learning, there's something about it that has been understood, unknown, all that kind of stuff. I feel like integration is the key into, just insert that programming that you've learned so we can stop attracting it, because I feel like your light, your essence, purity, and innocence, whether or not you feel like it, others sense it. And do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that just came up. So one by one, you're going through and dealing with these dominating deities of sorts that maybe have manifested in one way or another and have kept you up at night. But the crow is sitting here as well with mischief, and it's coming in with that Seven of Swords. But I want to acknowledge it's now in the reverse because you are changing the direction. Maybe you're integrating. You've made a commitment to yourself, to your, oh my goodness, true nature of who you are. Yeah, see, she's also in a bed, a male or female, earthly expression, the energy. If somebody's high priestess energy or female energy feels like they've been asleep or bedridden, actually is the word, very specifically the word I'm hearing. Upheaval, I'm getting up. I'm getting up, and I'm not going to be angry. It's like there's been, like with the rabbit stew, I've stewed enough. Because what you have here is the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Four of Wands. The only thing you're missing is a cup. Oh, you are the cup. That's fun. So we have all this coming in for you. And this is what this like brawl has been all about. Like your light, your earthly expression, this wizard down here on this camel. Like I feel like this has been like a long, tedious journey. Even if it's been a tiny thing that just, you know, just kind of like prick, prick, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. That's what it feels like. Somebody hasn't been around you necessarily, or you haven't been doing anything, but it's like they're always like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. It's like, okay. And then that wizard on the camel transforms, and I'm with Merlin, the wizard, and I'm going to say it because I don't know if it's, you know, true in the lore of it or not, or in the history of it. Merlin and his wife. And there's this unity of these male and female energies, aspects, archetypes, call it what you want. Any sort of polarities of a person or a personality, even if there's been a split personality about something. Because whatever this is all having to have been done, your purity and innocence, with carrying like a baby on your back. And I mean that by always trying to having to birth something, responsibility. Of course, it could be children, it could be your profession, your job. Something else has always been growing. I also heard just Scooby snacks. Something about Scooby snacks. Maybe it's like can be like a fun trigger if like you're triggered or you're meeting somebody in these areas. Hopefully you're not applying the haunted hologram over top of them, but really be there. I almost want to say like less hopeful and more present. Like I'm not hoping for this job, promotion, love, feeling youthful again. I'm not landing in hope because hope could always be outside of me. I'm going to harness it and just be it. Ten of Pentacles. I become my dominance. My dominion is returned to me. Yes, Ace of Swords, new beginning. Sword in the stone, very philosopher's stone, making your magic happen. And the Four of Wands, it's a complete celebration about it. It's like all aspects of yourself, all energies, emotional, earthly, ethereal, etc. They are on board with this and they celebrate it, Virgos. Because you've stewed long enough, if this is resonating with you, and whatever landscape this is in. And it does happen. Like this is your cornerstone. It happens within the self first. Patty cake. And now they're bowing. Virgos, thank you so much for being my muse. And I look forward to revisiting later on in April. And until then, bye.